With it being the start of November, let's take a look at the games coming to Game Pass this month, and let's kick things off by taking a look at 2 games that you can play starting today. Available as a day 1 title with Game Pass on cloud, console, and PC is The Legend of Tianding. It's a side-scrolling action game about a legendary Taiwanese folk hero, exploring the dazzling streets of colonial Japanese Taiwan in the early 20th century. The game itself is actually getting a lot of love online, and it's sitting at an overwhelmingly positive review score over on Steam with over 1,800 reviews. A really fantastic game for Game Pass, and it seems to be full of charm. Over on PC, you have The Walking Dead: A New Frontier, the complete season. In it, you play as Javier, a young man determined to find his family taken from him. You meet a young girl who has experienced her own unimaginable loss, and her name is Clementine. Your fates are now bound together in a story where every choice could be your last. If you've played any other in the Telltale series, be sure to give this one a shot, and also the next game because it's The Walking Dead: Michonne. It's the complete series, also available on Game Pass for PC, and this one's a mini-series that stars the iconic blade-wielding character from the best-selling comic books. And this one in particular is certainly for the comic book series fans because it explains her absence between the issues of 126 and 139. It explores how she's haunted by her past and coping with unimaginable loss and regret. But now let's take a look at what's coming soon. Up first is another day 1 release, and that's Ghost Song, coming November 3rd on cloud, console, and PC. This game will take you on a journey beneath the surface of a desolate moon on an atmospheric 2D adventure of self-discovery, ancient mysteries, and cosmic terror. You'll explore winding caverns and acquire new abilities to unearth this alien world's long-buried secrets. Definitely gives off some Metroid vibes, but it looks like it has a ton of potential to be an indie hit. The next title lands November 8th, and that's Football Manager 2023 for PC Game Pass. This time, the series plans to bring you closer to the beautiful game. From the supporters that live and breathe every match to your board, scouts, players, and opposition managers, you'll earn the backing of fans by outsmarting your rivals and delivering success on the pitch. An absolutely huge get for Game Pass for PC, considering how big this series actually is among those who are a fan of the football management genre. Reviews are already out there for this game, and it looks like a fantastic entry into the series. But if you wanted to play this on your Xbox or the cloud, worry not, because Football Manager 2023 console will also be landing November 8th, day 1 with Game Pass. It's specifically tailored for console play, so that way you can game with a controller and enjoy the experience all the same. Also landing November 8th is Return to Monkey Island, available on cloud, console, and PC. It's an unexpected and thrilling return to the series by creator Ron Gilbert that continues the story of the legendary adventure games The Secret of Monkey Island and Monkey Island 2: LeChuck's Revenge. It's developed in collaboration with Lucasfilm Games, and it's a fantastic return to form. It's yet another game with a lot of love across the board. If you're looking for a good hit of nostalgia and you played the older ones in the series, give this one a go, you won't be disappointed. And let's keep these well-rated games on a roll, because the next title, Vampire Survivals, available on console November 10th, is just as beloved. It's been a bit of a breakout hit over on the PC side of things and is a part of PC Game Pass. And while it looks simplistic, it is extremely addictive. You'll jump straight into the action, mow down thousands of night creatures, and try and survive until dawn. The game throws relentless hordes of monsters at you, and you have to make the right choices or rely on your skills and favorite weapons to turn the tide and quickly snowball against your enemies. The game's easy to understand, easy to play, and highly addictive. I cannot recommend this one enough. The next title is Pentiment, available on cloud, console, and PC November 15th, and is available day 1 with Game Pass. This is actually coming from Obsidian, an Xbox game studio themselves, so it is a first-party title, and in it, you'll step into a living illustrated world inspired by illuminated manuscripts and printed woodcuts in a time where Europe is at a crossroads of great religious and political change. You'll walk in the footsteps of Andreas Mahler, a master artist who finds himself in the middle of murder, scandals, and intrigue in the Bavarian Alps. You'll get to choose backgrounds, impact a changing world, and see the consequences of your decisions in this narrative adventure. I know the look of this title may surprise you, but with all the choices that you're going to have to make and the outcomes of those choices playing out, it's absolutely an Obsidian title true to heart. Next up is Somerville, available on console and PC November 15th, and is another day 1 title with Game Pass. It takes place in the wake of an otherworldly invasion that's left the world in catastrophe. You must find the means to make your family whole again, explore a rich and atmospheric world along with the intimate repercussions of a large-scale conflict. The entire game is a handcrafted sci-fi narrative experience set across a perilous rural landscape. The game was initially shown off back in E3 2021 and I'm happy to see it finally arrive. The game has a great art style and I'm really hoping that it's another indie hit. And while that does cover the games confirmed from the latest Xbox Wire news post, there are 2 more games we know are coming to Game Pass this month. First up is Gungrave G.O.R.E, which launches day 1 on Game Pass November 22nd. Available on cloud, console, and PC, this is a stylish third-person action shooter by South Korean studio Iggy Mob. In it, you'll take on the role of Grave, a gunslinger of resurrection and badass anti-hero of your dreams, mowing down tons of enemies in a gory ballet of bullets. I know for a fact that a lot of fans of the third-person action genre have been waiting for this one, so it's great to see it arrive on Game Pass because that's just money saved. The last title we're going to take a look at is one that I'm most excited for, and that's Warhammer 40k Darktide, coming to Game Pass for PC and will be coming to console at some later unannounced date. It's important to point out that the console version was delayed a little while ago, but as of right now doesn't have a specific date. The Xbox storefront still says coming in 2022 though. That said, I did spend a good amount of time playing the closed beta for this title over on PC, and if you're a fan of the Warhammer 40k lore or a fan of the Left 4 Dead franchise, you owe it to yourself to give this one a shot. It is seriously good and even better with friends, and the visuals are really fantastic. Hopefully it won't be too long before we hear a release date for Series X and S. Now before wrapping things up, I do want to go over the list of games that will be leaving this month, and we're going to start with games leaving November 8th, and that's Football Manager 2022 and 2022 Xbox Edition. On November 15th, the following games will be leaving. That includes Art of Rally, Fate Tactics, Next Space Rebel, One Step from Eden, and Superland. So if you're halfway through any of those, be sure you complete them before the specified dates. Overall, nothing too big is leaving other than Football Manager 2022, which is being replaced by its newer entry. But all in all, so far a fantastic month for Xbox Game Pass. There's a lot of day 1 titles this month. And those that aren't day 1 on Game Pass have fantastic review scores, so they're well worth checking out at the very least. This is the first video of many to come, specifically focused on Game Pass, so I'm hopeful that you'll stick around. And all I ask is that if you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, be sure to hit that like button as it really does help the channel out, and if you're wanting more content like this, be sure to subscribe. I'm looking forward to giving you the latest on Game Pass as it happens, and if you have any feedback for the channel or things you'd like to see, leave them down in the comments section below and I'll take all feedback into account. Also, if you have any suggestions for the type of content you'd like to see on the channel, be sure to write them down below as well. I'm pretty much open to anything as long as it's Game Pass related. Either way, this has been Game Pass Gallery, giving you the latest on the best deal in gaming. Until next time, take care.